The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Philadelphia 76ers at Wells Fargo Center. Taking a look at the 76ers, they're struggling through some mid-season doldrums at this point. It's been a ragged patch of the schedule for them lately.
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. Here in Philadelphia, it's another home game for the 76ers. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
Yeah, and some top-tier opponents coming in, a chance to test themselves against the best our league has to offer. So those are the challenges that they face, but they have to approach those as opportunities.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Wright in at the 3 spot. Here's Gibson. The shot no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game play.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
The 76ers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Okafor.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside, led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Andrew with the screen. Roten the pass to left, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Outside Rose. Gasol up top. Thompson with the rebound. So it's Philadelphia now. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside. Woo. Let's call him a speed merchant. I mean, he was a blur going in for that throwdown.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's Roten. And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Here's Landry. And right, here we go to the paint. On its way from Rose for 2. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And that's on a bounce. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Now here's Roten. Defense is right there. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Philadelphia shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Landry no good on that one. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Here's Roten. Offline with his three. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Butler kicks to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Outside Rose. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
The offensive rebound.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Rose gets a wide open look. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Roten with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. Thompson misses.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Rose dishes to right. Gasol with it. He's picked up by Landry. Gasol passes to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And again, Chicago. No good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Sampson kicks to Okafor. Here's Roten. Another miss by Philadelphia. Chicago leading. Butler on the wing. Tries from 10. Here's Gasol, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Roten kicks to Landry. Kept alive. Thompson outside. He feeds it to Okafor. They shoot again, and Landry lays it up and in. Landry's got 6.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Rose. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Right outside. The shot misses. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Thompson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
76ers trailing. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
Kevin, he said the one thing they were able to do very well in their first 2 meetings was keep them different looks down the court each time we see them, and they can never get set up. It's a big part of the 2 wins we have against them. Let's see if they can make it 3 with the same strategy.
Okay, Doris, appreciate the information. I think, guys, it's not the first time that shooting has been a focus for this team.
Not at all. I mean, a lot of their offensive philosophy really centers around their ability to create and take good shots.
And, of course, that's something that a lot of teams would benefit from, guys. I mean, they're looking to play a very cerebral and disciplined game today.
Noel's checked in for the 76ers. And Chicago also making a switch. Splitters checked in for Pau Gasol. And the rejection by Noel. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Smith comes in for Wright, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Rose.
Jordan Clarkson.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Milwaukee.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
Thompson misses. Chicago trailing here. Clarkson with the ball. And Roten picks him up defensively. Now, here's Clarkson. D right on him. Mirotic has a wide open look. The shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Roten kicks to Noel. Gets a very good look and converts. And the 76ers lead by 3. The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Mirotic the screen. Smith with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business. Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. The free throw drops for Smith.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Jakar Sampson. Robert Covington's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Roten. For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him. And all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Mirotic dishes to Smith. And it's off from three-point range. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Embiid with a screen on Mirotic. And stolen by Splitter. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Covington passes to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Embiid the screen. Cannon from long range. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Covington. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Grant, right side. And Splitter pulls it down.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
Here's Covington, covered by Smith. Covington kicks to Cannon. Shoots. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. Second is Jahlil Okafor. Third is Joel Embiid.
And these two are having no problems with the physicality in the NBA. Both of them a force to be reckoned with inside.
Tell you what, it's almost impossible, Greg, to keep these young bucks off the glass. So much energy and explosiveness. Really hard to get a body on these guys.
And it's Smith penetrating. And Embiid with the block. Snell dishes to Clarkson. Pass to Snell. Splitter kicks to Snell. Bulls moving the ball around. Smith missing again.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Covington uses the glass to finish the layup. Covington's got 5. Mark, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back and coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, Kevin, that's Cameo, to be exact. And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Cannon, Splitter covering, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Tayshaun Prince has checked in for Tony Snell. Chicago trailing here. Clarkson kicks to Mirotic from the baseline. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Cannon. Boy, he just disappeared against Cleveland. They needed him. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Well, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Splitter sets a screen. That's a 2 from Smith. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. And now it's a 3-point Bulls lead. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the 76ers. Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Tony Roten. Then it's Hollis Thompson. And it's Sampson in at the small forward position. From deep, Rose. Shot is no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Now Thompson. 11 points last game. And here is Roten. Floats one up. He lays it in. Roten's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the 76ers. Outside Rose. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Roten with it. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Gibson with the steal. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside Rose. Here's Gasol. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Sampson kicks to Okafor. Thompson passes to Landry. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in, and it's Rose penetrating, uses both hands to slam it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Roten, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Rose with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Roten, the shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Roten's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And stolen by Roten. And here we go. Fast break. Roten's got it. Tries again. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Bulls making a switch here. Lights checked in. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside Rose, 13 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
And Rose drops them both.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Count that one. Rose has got 14 points. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Pick by Okafor. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. The feed to Roten from deep. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Rose from 18 feet away. It's Chicago with another bucket.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Roten dishes to Okafor. Gibson against Landry. And the pass to Thompson. Pass to Okafor. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Rose goes in, right outside. Here's Gasol. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Gasol's got 8.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Landry, a screen on Rose. Here's Roten, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage, but like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Nerlens Noel comes in for Carl Landry. Robert Covington's checked in for Jakar Sampson. And it's Isaiah Cannon in for Hollis Thompson.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level, but with greater efficiency. Too often, his highlight reel passes led to turnovers. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job.
And the shot is good. Snell's got his second basket.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The 76ers, number 1. Number 5, the Bulls.
You know, both of these teams really look to hammer the offensive glass on a nightly basis. So some commonalities between them. This should be a physical battle tonight.
And the 76ers making a change here. Grant's checked in. Mirotic brings the double team. Here's Cannon. He's covered by Clarkson. Cannon kicks to Embiid. For 3, Covington. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
The dish to Wright. Lets the 3 fly. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That'll be his second foul of the game. J.R. Smith's checked in for the Bulls.
Around right. For 3. Now in the lineup for the Bulls. J.R. Smith.
The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Cannon. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Inside. And it's Grant in the corner. It's Noel atop the key. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Noel. And it's good. With time running down in the shot clock.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Clarkson passes to Mirotic. No good from outside. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Embiid kicks to Cannon. Embiid the screen. Poke loose.
Get back.
Here's Smith. Finished off the break. Smith's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
Here's Clarkson. Some solid defense from Grant. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Cannon dishes to Noel, and stolen by Mirotic. To the inside, Clarkson. Some solid defense from Grant.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kicks it to Snell. Here's Mirotic. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in free throw percentage. First in fewest turnovers per game. And they have definitely learned the finer points of transition basketball. I mean, they own the most fast break points in the NBA.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Timeout called the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through Smith. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. So, Kevin, changes already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Cannon from long range. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's get a hand here on SIXERS.
All right, a moment to see the stats for Smith. His last 10 games, averaging about 7 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
Yeah, this is where his character gets tested, Greg. I mean, his will to fight through adversity is a question mark, but I think he's got a good chance.
Splitter kicks to Clarkson. Here's Snell. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 6 to shoot. Smith the pass to Clarkson. Fires it up. And the Bulls get it back. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 7.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Cannon kicks to Grant. Embiid with a screen on Smith. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And the one thing Thiago Splitter gives you every year, Clark, is consistency. The numbers, the effort, the results, all very familiar every year.
Yeah, his game is really built on the intangibles. He hustles, he knows where he's supposed to be, he gets to the right spot at the right time, crashes the boards, takes charges. He does all the little stuff.
Cannon dishes to Grant. Feeds it to Covington. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Splitter kicks to Snell. Splitter sets a screen. A 3-ball. Smith, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Cannon. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Covington. He's got 7. Embiid. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
That'll do it for the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you've dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
The second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
You know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Tipping off the second half, here's Fred Hoiberg's 5. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Wright in at the 3. Wright block shot, rejected by Gasol. And Wright kicks to Gasol. Here's Butler. Butler missing again.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And good on the basket. Hook it. And it's 6 points for Jahlil Okafor. The Bulls leading by 5. Rose kicks to Gibson. The kick out to Rose. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. Off the pick. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Roten kicks to Landry. The jump hook. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Right with it. He's picked up by Landry. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Okafor against Gibson. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Well, these are players that have a job to do, and they've been doing it very well. Here's a look at the top passing point guards in the NBA over the course of the past 10 games. Derrick Rose, number 1.
And for the purist out there, he has been fun to watch with the ball in his hands. I mean, he can make any pass on the court and create so many easy baskets for his teammates.
Call him their heart and soul. I mean, their offense would be completely different if he wasn't the guy running the show.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Okafor.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
How about the game for Okafor? He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Gasol on the high post, working on Okafor. Fade away. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The 76ers trail by 5. Roten the pass to Landry. Picked by Okafor. Landry dishes to Okafor. On the wing, Thompson. Unloads from 13. Landry no good. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Rose kicks to Butler. Gibson setting the pick for Butler. Gasol a screen on Landry. Right, that's a 2-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Okafor's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Roten, 11 points in the game. He dishes it to Thompson. Okafor, the pass to Thompson. Thompson is double. Out to the right wing. Roten kicks to Okafor and stolen by Wright. Outside Rose. Gasol a screen on Landry. Ball's knocked loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. finished off the break. Landry's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And they double up Gasol. He kicks it to Butler. Five to shoot. Unloads from 9. Moves back up. Here's Gibson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Jarrell Wright. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Now here's Roten. He's covered by Rose. And that one's good. Roten.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
Dishes to Okafor. Gasol against Landry. Pass to Thompson. He feeds it to Okafor. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gibson's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And you know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Roten kicks to Okafor. Sampson dishes to Okafor. Now here's Roten. He's covered by Rose. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. Derrick Rose was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Okafor. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. A look at Chicago. Season well underway, and they've been solid in 3rd right now. And, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for Chicago, a lot to live up to this season. And really, they have come through. It can be hard on a team when the expectations are that high, trust me, but it has not bothered them one bit.
Greg, you know, I think it's really fueled their fire. They want to be the alpha dog. They love everybody hunting them down.
First free throw is good. Kennedy's checked in for Philadelphia. Chicago also making some changes. Smith checked in for Gasol. And it's Clarkson in for Rose. Both free throws good for Okafor.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Mirotic the screen. Clarkson kicks to Mirotic. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Mirotic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. Pass to Covington. The feed now to Cannon for three. Good. Cannon's got his third basket of the night.
He can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in this game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
He misses the free throw. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his fourth season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
And he's good on the second. The 76ers trail by 11. Cannon, the pass to Covington. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Covington. He's got 7. Launches a 3. Cannot hit. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And here's Clarkson. Mirotic the screen. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. Here's Cannon. There's a screen by Noel. Here's Cannon. He's covered by Clarkson. Cannon dishes to Embiid. Here's Noel. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Noel's got it back down to single digits for the 76ers. Clarkson kicks to Mirotic. There's the pass to Smith. Back to Mirotic. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Passes to Mirotic. Shoots. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in this game. Cannon kicks to Covington. 3-pointer. Cannon can't hit. The Bulls leading by 9. Smith the pass to Clarkson. Butler in the corner. Shoots the 3. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 9 points here in the second half.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Bulls.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Grant, he's checked in for Tony Rote. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Snell's checked in. Cannon kicks to Covington. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Cannon. He's got 8. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic just got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
There's the dish to Smith from outside the arc. The rebound by Grant. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Cannon. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Chicago has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Mirotic against Noel. Screen by Smith. Snell dishes to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Grant's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
There's a screen by Noel. Kicks it to Covington. Feeds it to Noel. And Mirotic sends it back. Clarkson with the ball. He dishes it to Mirotic. And again, Chicago, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Covington kicks to Embiid. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Clarkson passes to Splitter. He used that pick to get in close.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. White's checked in. For Chicago, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. 41 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Cannon kicks to Covington. There's the pick. Dishes it to Thompson. The screen from Thompson. Here's Covington, guarded by Wright. Shot clock at 3. Takes the 3. Covington's shot is off. Clarkson dishes to Snell. He kicks it to Clarkson. Tries it from 19. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 11. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The 76ers trail by 11. We've got Okafor, Tony Roten out there with Thompson. And there's Carl Landry, and it's Sampson in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Roten. The shot no good. Nice D from Rose. Well, the Bulls shooting here about 46% for the game. Right side, Butler. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Sampson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Roten kicks to Thompson. Landry passes to Roten. Over to the left wing. Here's Okafor, and the layup is good. Okafor's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Philadelphia. Chicago leading by 9. Outside Rose. Pass to Butler. Back to Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 20 points for Derrick Rose.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Shot clock at 6. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is get back down again to single digits with those points from Roten.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Okafor with the screen on Rose. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Landry no good on that one. And so here is Philadelphia. Roten kicks to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Okafor with the block. The drive by Thompson, and Gasol sends it back. And again, it's Derrick Rose. Rose has got the lead up to 13 now for Chicago.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Landry with a screen for Roten. Thompson up top. Okafor kicks to Thompson. And stolen by Butler. Now here's Rose. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
76ers foul. Jafar Sanderson. That's his first personal foul. At the line of 76ers. Derrick Rose taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Thompson kicks to Okafor. Can't hit from in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Wright. Top of the key, Butler. This all setting the pick for Butler. Just 5 on the clock. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Now here's Roten Defended by Butler. Roten dishes to Thompson. Okafor with the screen on Rose. Out left to the wing. Andrew with the screen. Roten with it. Working on Rose. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Bulls leading by 15. Butler on the wing. He's covered by Roten. Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The feed to Okafor. Thompson outside. Now Roten to stop the run. Some solid defense from Butler.
And pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
Rose goes in. Cannot hit. And Philadelphia the other way now. And there's the pass to Roten. Back to Thompson. Launches it. And the shot is good.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Chicago leading by 14. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Roten kicks to Thompson. Andrew with the screen. Okafor, the pass to Roten. Back to Okafor. That's good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Outside Rose. He feeds it to Wright. Lets it go. And the shot no good, a bit short. The 76ers trail by 14. Sampson dishes to Roten. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Again, Philadelphia. Into the Bulls, shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Roten kicks to Okafor, passes it to Sampson. Back to Okafor. Philadelphia moving the ball around. But they get it back. Thompson passes to Roten. Goes back up. And it's Okafor missing. Chicago leading by 12. Rose attacking. Wright dishes to Rose. No good with the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Roten with it. Butler covering. Andrew with the screen. Butler with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. There's the dish to Rose. Baseline try, and he hits the jump shot. Rose has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Sampson. Feeds it to Landry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okafor kicks to Thompson. It's deflected. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Nerlens Noel checks in for Okafor.
Nerlens Noel.
Outside Rose. The Bulls keep it alive.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Kicks it to Gasol. The jump hook, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Roden kicks to Landry. Now here's Roden. He's guarded closely. Dishes it to Noel. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good by Butler. Butler's got 13 points in the second half.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Timeout called the 76ers.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The 76ers trail by 16. Roden kicks to Noel. Landry with the screen. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
Out to the wing. Rose in the post. He's covered by Roten, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
Here's Butler. He dishes it to Rose.
2 minutes left.
Down low, here's Gibson. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Thompson with the ball. And it's Noel missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Right, left side. To the middle. That's tipped. Gibson with it. He's picked up by Landry. Shot's good by Gibson.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
The 76ers trail by 14. There's Noel. The rebound by Gibson. The Bulls shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Chicago.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And once again, they're going to come out on top in this series. 3 straight victories in as many games this season against this club. They've done a great job of just playing their best when it has mattered most against the 76ers.
And a great team effort, but still, what an individual performance for Rose. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Roden kicks to Landry. Shoots off the screen. Almost, but it rolls out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Butler attacking. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 19.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Thompson outside. Will it go? No good. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What was the team's attitude coming into tonight's game?
I mean, unfortunately, they're a losing team right now. We want to win by as much as we can, and defensively, we're doing what we were supposed to. So, got to get in, lock in, get some steals, and keep running.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
Boy, how many times are we going to see Pau Gasol come out and control a basketball game like he did tonight? This guy who for years has been a mastermind of the low post game. Points, rebounds, assists. You're going to get it all from Pau Gasol on the block, not to mention his veteran leadership.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. We saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.